From the narrow cobbled streets of the historic Shambles to the peaceful charm of a scenic river cruise, and from the picturesque town of Knaresborough, with its stunning viaduct views to the majestic historic castles and the iconic York Minster, wander through streets steeped in history and soak in every corner of this timeless city. Every turn tells a story, every view is a memory waiting to be made. Welcome to York. We start our journey at the iconic York railway station, where history meets modern travel. Its grand architecture and bustling platforms are a gateway to the city's rich heritage and charm. York was once the Viking capital of Jorvik, and much of its archaeology is preserved under the Jorvik Viking Centre. My solo adventure in York begins at the historic Barker Tower. This medieval structure is one of the oldest remaining towers in the city, standing as a silent witness to centuries of York's history. The river has been the lifeblood of York for centuries, shaping trade, transport, and daily life. Next is the awe-inspiring York Minster, one of the largest and most magnificent Gothic cathedrals in Northern Europe. Its soaring spires dominate the skyline, and inside, the stained glass windows tell stories of centuries-old faith, art, and devotion. Every corner of the cathedral offers a glimpse into the craftsmanship and religious significance that have defined York for generations. York claims to be the most haunted city in Europe, with numerous ghost stories, including apparitions at the Treasurer's House and Barley Hall. I head to the ancient city walls, which are some of the best preserved medieval walls in England. These stone fortifications stretch nearly 3 miles around the historic city centre and were originally built by the Romans and later strengthened by the Normans to protect York from invaders. Walking along the walls feels like stepping back in time. Each gate, tower, and battlement tells a story of centuries of battles, defences, and city life. Walking the walls at a leisurely pace, I pause at key viewpoints to take in the city below, noticing hidden courtyards, historic buildings, and the blend of old and new that makes York so unique. Parts of the walls still use original Roman stones from the fortress of Eboracum, dating back nearly 2,000 years. I slowly make my way down toward the town center. As I step off the historic stone paths, the atmosphere begins to change. The quiet elevated views give way to lively streets filled with shops, cafes, and the sound of people going about their day. From the town center, I make my way to the iconic Shambles, one of the most famous and photographed streets in York. As I step onto the narrow cobbled lane, it feels like walking straight into the past. The timber-framed buildings lean toward each other from both sides, their wooden beams and uneven windows telling stories from centuries ago. The smell of fresh food, the soft hum of conversations, and the historic surroundings create a magical atmosphere. Famous chocolate brands including Kit Kat originated in York. This is Clifford's Tower, one of York's most recognizable landmarks. Standing tall on its grassy mound, the tower immediately draws attention. I spend some time admiring it from the outside, imagining the centuries of history it has witnessed. I decide to save the climb and the views from the top for another day, planning to go inside on my third day in the city. One can also visit the museum, where York's history comes alive. I slowly make my way towards the River Ouse. As I reach the Riverside road, the city begins to feel quieter and more relaxed. The soft, precious sunlight reflects on the flowing water, creating a warm, golden glow that instantly changes the mood of the evening. Walking along the riverside, I watch boats glide past, people enjoying the view, and historic buildings lining the banks of the river. It feels like the perfect moment to pause, breathe, and simply enjoy the beauty of the city as the day slowly starts to wind down. The path leads toward the city cruise boarding point for a relaxing ride on the River Ouse. A short wait by the river reveals beautiful riverside pubs and historic buildings lining the banks. People sit outside enjoying the calm evening atmosphere, and the warm golden light of the setting sun wraps the surroundings in a peaceful glow. Then, the much-awaited boat finally arrives, gently pulling up to the dock as the water ripples around it. With the soft hum of the engine and the calm evening air, the river cruise is ready to begin, setting the tone for a peaceful end to the day on the River Ouse. The upper deck offers a better view, with open skies and uninterrupted sights along the river. As the boat moves gently through the water, the voice of the driver can be heard describing the landmarks along the way, sharing stories and history tied to the river and the city. Bridges, riverside buildings, and familiar spots pass by slowly, turning the cruise into a moving guided tour and a peaceful way to experience York from the water.
City centre. Guess from the name, this takes the train line from York.
By the time the cruise comes to an end, darkness has gently settled over the city. It's time to head to the hostel, recharge, ready for another beautiful day of exploration ahead. Today's plan is to visit Knaresborough, a charming riverside town known for its scenic views, historic landmarks, and peaceful atmosphere, just 20 minutes from Yorktown. The pleasant weather adds a perfect touch to the day's journey, casting a warm glow over the town and highlighting the natural beauty of Knaresborough. The walk continues toward the castle side, passing alongside the charming manor cottage. The quiet pathway, lined with historic buildings and greenery, adds to the timeless feel of Knaresborough. Soon the entrance to Knaresborough Castle comes into view, leading inside its historic grounds. Built in the 12th century, this castle once served as a royal fortress and later as a prison during turbulent times. Standing high above the River Ned, it played a crucial role in defending northern England. From within its walls, sweeping views of the town and countryside unfold, revealing why this strategic location was chosen centuries ago. While admiring the castle grounds, the distant sound of a train begins to echo through the valley. Moments later, it passes over the nearby Knaresborough Viaduct, adding a dramatic touch to the scene. Built in the 1850s, this iconic railway bridge is still in daily use today, connecting York and Harrogate, and has become one of the most photographed landmarks in the town. From here, the decision is made to head closer to the viaduct, following a path that climbs down toward the river below. As the path winds downward, the sound of the river and passing trains grows clearer, drawing closer to one of Knaresborough's most iconic landmarks. After exploring the nearby town of Harrogate, known for its elegant streets and relaxed atmosphere, the journey continues back toward York. By evening, the familiar city comes back into view, marking the end of another fulfilling day of travel. The town was beautifully decorated for Christmas and the New Year, making the return feel even more special and setting the perfect mood to end the day. After breakfast, the final day begins with a visit to the National Railway Museum. This museum tells the story of Britain's railway heritage. The Grand Hall, originally part of York's old railway station, sets a historic stage for the locomotives on display. Among the highlights is the legendary Flying Scotsman, famous for being the first engine officially recorded to reach 100 miles per hour in 1934. From royal carriages to historic steam engines, every exhibit reflects how railways shaped the nation's history, making it a fascinating way to start the last day in York. Among the fascinating exhibits is the Shinkansen, Japan's famous bullet train. Introduced in 1964, the Shinkansen revolutionized high-speed travel. The Shinkansen here is one of only 2 bullet trains to be found outside of Japan. Among the museum's modern marvels, the Eurostar is on display, showcasing the high-speed train that links London with Paris, Brussels, and beyond through the Channel Tunnel. This is Mallard, the world's fastest steam engine that still holds the record at 126 miles per hour, set in 1938. The museum also showcases vintage locomotives, including the legendary Rocket, built in 1829. The Rocket is considered one of the most important early steam engines, as it demonstrated for the first time that steam locomotives could be reliable, efficient, and practical for passenger travel. Finally, the historic Clifford's Tower comes into view, standing proudly atop its grassy mound. Originally built in the 11th century, it was part of the Norman defensive system and served as a royal fortress to control the city. Its stone walls have witnessed centuries of events, from medieval battles to political intrigue. Climbing the steps to the top reveals sweeping views of the city, the winding streets, and the River Ouse below. From this vantage point, the scale and strategic importance of the tower become clear, offering a powerful connection to York's past. Today, Clifford's Tower stands not only as a historical monument, but also as a symbol of resilience, memory, and the layered stories that make York such a remarkable city. Thanks for watching this video. See you on the next adventure.